What's up, guys? It's Crashy here, bringing you a Gears of War Judgment Overrun demo gameplay commentary. Today, I want to be talking a little bit about class counters, something I've been wanting to do pretty much since the game came out. I don't want to just go over the classes with you guys. You pretty much know them. You've seen them all. What I really want to go over is how I think they play and what they're good against. Starting off, one of the first locusts I like to get is the Ticker. I want to first start off and say that I believe that the Locust team does have a really nice advantage over the Cog. The Cog have 4 classes total. The Locusts are going to be have a total of 8 Locusts that they can choose from, which really gives them a different variety of things they can do whenever they have the points to do so. Since we're not seeing a whole lot of upgrading the COG classes here on the demo, there's not a lot that we can pick and choose from. I think they're going to save a little bit of that information and a little bit of that fun for later. But starting off with the Ticker class, you can see that immediately coming out of this spawn right here, you got those sniper shots coming out, and I really believe that the Ticker is a great class, a great Locust to pick, but it is directly countered by a good sniper. A good sniper is going to be able to get those one shots with the mark shot or the long shot out, and kind of do a little bit of too much damage to the Tickers. They're not going to be able to last very long. You can see them kind of getting those sniper shots in, and we're just trying to rush in and try to do as much damage as we can, and it's really hard to deal with. Now, on the other side of things, I think that the Wretches are a great counter to the Scouts. You can see my teammate there had a Wretch kill. He jumped up that tower and really took out that Scout. So the Ticker's kind of countered by the Scout kind of countered by the Wretch. It's kind of a vicious cycle. You'll be seeing that a little bit. And Wretches are, they're a great tool to kind of get in there and do a lot of damage. But they are going to go on ahead and directly counter the Scout, in my opinion. You can see an example later on where I actually run up on 2 Scouts, and unfortunately they both kind of got onto me. But usually in a situation where you only have 1 Scout, it's a little bit too much for them to deal with, and you're going to be able to pump out the damage that you need to go on and hit them. With that, usually with the Wretch, it takes about 2 hits to go on ahead and take out one of the Scouts, or any of the players, except for the Soldier, which brings me to my next point. I believe that the Soldier is a pretty strong counter to the Wretch. Usually, the Wretches, if you're playing kind of an aggro or kind of a Zerg type style, you really are going to just run in, you're going to bypass all the gates, you're going to want to, jump up the walls and get in on their base and try to do some quick damage while the Tickers are going in. And that's a really great strategy, except for the fact that a Soldier can pretty much shut that down. All he's got to do is camp a little bit. If he's camping a little bit, he's going to go on ahead and be right on the emergence hole waiting for you. You're going to go on ahead and get those 2 melees in. He's either going to melee you back and kill you in 2 melees, or quick swap to that Lancer and chainsaw you down. So we've all seen the Wretches getting chainsawed in the lore, pretty much in the story mode, and that's kind of how it plays out here in the Overrun demo, and it's really cool. The Wretches are a really great class. I really enjoy them, but the Soldiers, man, they have some pretty strong capabilities to take them out. So what do we have next? We've got the Grenadiers. Now this is an interesting matchup that I've really taken some time to really think about, and I've always said that I feel like the Locust side has a little bit of an advantage, and this kind of holds true here, but it's still very even depending on how you play it. So take a minute to kind of process this information, and give me your opinion in the comments if you have any thoughts on the matter, really. So the Grenadier, I believe, perfectly matches up with the Engineer. And the reason why is the Grenadier has the I haven't checked the timer on it actually. It has the grenade tosses, and the Engineer has the turrets. They're both very strong tools to use in your arsenal. Unfortunately, I believe that the Engineer actually has a stronger left bumper ability with the turrets, but the Grenadier has more health and has a natural instinct to be better than the Engineer. So, but it's still 50-50 almost every time you match up. So when you're an Engineer, you're usually going to want to run in, throw down your turret, and get some damage out. But with the Grenadier, you're going to be throwing those nades, jumping around, trying to get some shotgun and lancer shots in, and it's a pretty even fight. You could end up in a shotgun battle with a Baird, and you could end up, kind of getting Lancer suppressed if you are a Baird and trying to get your turret out to do some damage. But here's the way it usually plays out for me. Whenever I'm playing a Grenadier, I'm usually really aware of those turrets and of those Engineers, because if you're not, it could totally change the tide of the game. Those turrets can take out 2 to 5 to the entire team, and on your side, and still you're not going to be able to get the damage that you need to get in there and get those emergence holes open. So what you want to do is you're going to want to hold that grenade. You're going to want to be against those Engineers. You're going to want to try to engage them in a fight, and whenever they're feeling that little bit of pressure from you across the couple covers that you're behind, they're going to toss down that turret to get that damage down, and you're either going to sit in cover and wait out the 8 seconds to let it go on ahead and drop down without it picking up any aggro, or you're going to go ahead and toss a nade on it. Now, if you toss a perfect nade on it, it usually will one-hit it. Sometimes I've seen it kind of, you know, bounce off and just do a little bit of damage, but you're going to want to go ahead and get those turrets down, you know, save those nades for those turrets, and you want to get those bears down. They got to get in close range, and if they don't have that turret, they're not going to be able to do as much damage as they could, considering it feels like the Grenadiers have a little bit extra health. So it usually takes about 1 or 2 shotgun shots to kill a Grenadier. Now, if you're a Baird, what you really want to do is wait, try to engage them in that fight, run up on them, hit them with a shotgun shot, run up on them, melee them, and then when they're already in that range, they're gonna try to take you. So what you want to do is throw that turret late, make them be out in the open, make them you know, be behind a cover that they can't hide behind without taking a couple hits. And then once that turret damage comes in, you're gonna go ahead and take them out. So Grenadier, sit back, wait for those turrets to get that nade on it. Engineer, kind of push them into a fight, and then grab that turret damage onto it. With the last class right here, you can see the Cantus healing. I think Cantus and Medic definitely go against each other considering they're both healers, but they have a little bit different playstyle. The Cantus has the 3-round burst hammer burst that we're all familiar with from Gal 1, and it really doesn't do a crazy amount of damage. I mean, it really does do a lot of damage. I'm actually very impressed with it, but it's not really overpowered. It doesn't have a whole lot to bring to the table other than a little bit of suppression. And the Cantus's healing ability is a multi-target healing, which is very, very useful when you think about the way that some of these fights are going to play out. So multi-healing, really, really nice. As where the Medic has her stem grenades, and she really just throws it out and can get a couple people up or pop in and get herself up or whatever the case may be. So in terms of healing, I want to give the fight toward the Cantus, but in terms of offense and helping your teammates, I definitely think that the Medic class on the COG has an advantage. She has that Lancer, she's got a lot more suppression, she's got constant fire, constant Lancer fire coming out, as well as if she needs to make a frontline push, she can pull out that sawed off. With the soldier's help, she has plenty of ammo and go in there and do some damage. So Medic and the Cantus are very great healers, both on both sides. And I don't know, that's pretty much how the classes play out for me. This is all just my experience in the game, and from what we have on the demo, I definitely think we're going to be seeing a little bit more coming out for the COG side once the actual game comes out, considering you can't spend any of your points on the COG side yet, guys. So be looking forward to getting some long shots and some boom shots into the actual field if you are on the COG side of Overrun. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. I really just wanted to pump out a class counter for the original 4 classes or characters on both teams, since I really think those are the only ones you can really play into. If you have things like the Mauler or the Serapede, anything like that, there's no really direct counter. If anything, those are just counters into late game going into the damage that you really need to break some of those. And if anything, you can say that the Bushka or the turrets kind of can handle them the most. So far, soldiers and if you want to counter the bigger guys, soldiers and engineers are probably going to be the best. So you got to see that nice little clip that I posted earlier. This is the gameplay from that, and hopefully you enjoyed it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and let the gameplay finish up. I have been Crashy. Hopefully you're looking forward to Gal J on my channel, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.